and welcome back to day 3 of D23 2024. So this is the third and final day of D23, the ultimate Disney fan event, and I'm excited because I have a reservation for the Jolly Holiday Musical Spectacular. So that one sounds like it's going to be a little bit more of a like entertainment type production. I don't want to say entertaining because they're all very entertaining, but my other two were more like interview style. They interviewed the people on stage, whereas this one I think it's going to be a little bit more performance based, by the sounds of it anyway. So we shall see, but I'm excited about that. And we have a couple more things still to see on the show floor. I really want to go through the Avatar experience. I haven't walked through that. I'm not like the biggest fan of Avatar movies. I think they were very good, but they're not like my favorite. But the experience on the show floor looks very cool, and they look like they have like costumes in there and things like that. And I love getting to see costumes, whether it's for like a stage show or a movie. I just love seeing costumes and how they're made and the detail and all of that. And I'm always amazed by the talent and everything that gets put into them, because I can like barely sew a bag together. It is not my skill to be able to sew things. So I'm always amazed by that. I think they're really cool. So I also have a few more things on the show floor. I would like to pick up a few more of my pins in the great pin pursuit that they have going on. So all over the show floor there's different offers too as well. If you buy things, they have different offers. If you're a gold member for D23, then maybe you get a discount, and other places they'll give you a bag or a pin or different things. So those are just fun things. Not every booth does that, but it is a nice little like treat when you go to different spaces. Also, I didn't talk about where I stayed on this trip. I stayed at the Candy Cane Inn. It's very near Disneyland. I stay here often. I love it. The staff are very friendly. It's very clean. I've overall been happy with all of it. I didn't walk through the room and show everybody on this trip just because I've been focused on the event. They have a pool. They have a little complimentary breakfast. If you should need elevator access, they do not have an elevator, but they're very accommodating if you need ground floor. So just make that known when you book your room. Always very happy with them. Cleanliness is big for me, so they win in the cleanliness department, and they're always friendly. There's always somebody at the desk 24 hours a day. I've never walked in there even when I need something in the middle of the night and there not been somebody there to help you. So that's very nice. They have security for overnight because you're very close to the street. You know, in California is where all our hotels are. We're right on the street, and it's a little different than when you're in like Walt Disney World. You have a lot of space from your hotel to next things, and here you do not. You're in the middle of the city. So it is nice that there is a security guard overnight, and that your parking is right in here. So it's just self-parking. So you know your car is nearby. You don't have to do valet. There's also a few hotels down here where you've got to do valet because they don't have parking right on site, and they have to park it somewhere else. I'm not a big fan of that. I like to have the car by my room and accessible without having to do valet. So if that's something that's actually a good thing for you, that's how it works here. Your car is in the parking lot here. It is 10:30. My panel's at 12:15, so we should basically be able to walk over there, get through security leisurely, and probably go head up to get in line for our panel. But the sooner that you get in line, even if you have a reservation, get you a better seat closer to the front, because they file everybody in and they sit you down in rows according to how you walk in. So you also don't want to walk up at the last minute even if you have a reservation. They have a deadline of a time, and it'll be on your reservation when you get it, that you can't walk up too late, because that allows them to know how many people from standby they can let come into that presentation, which is nice, because if you're not going to show up on time or you're not going to use your reservation, you want somebody from standby getting to come in and be able to be at that presentation. So I like to get there early if I can, just so that I can get a better seat. Okay, so we're going to get started on our day, head into our third and final day of Sunday at D23. each day they did a D23 charm and they waited to release it each day with a new character. They don't show them on the card, but the first day was a Sorcerer Mickey, the second day was Grogu, and the third day was Groot. So sometimes they run out, so you have to, if it's something that you want to get, you should get it on the day that it's released. But sometimes they do have some extras, so we're seeing today if they have an extra Sorcerer Mickey from Friday, because we couldn't decide.
Is real, and that's unbelievable. Okay, we got 3, we gotta go to level 3 then, right?
Okay, so we are in line for the Jolly Holiday Musical Spectacular. It's pretty tight. We're at the premiere stage, and if any of you were here in 2022, this is where the airplane was in the hangar. So, in the building. So, we're excited. I think they're starting to move and go in. I don't think I could record or take pictures in this one either, but I'm excited. I think this will be a really fun one. But it is crowded, so definitely get here early because there were a lot of people in front of us, and we got in line an hour ahead of time before.
Way back to 1964 when Walt premiered a version of the attraction and that iconic song by Richard and Robert Sherman at the New York World's Fair. Now, I'll date myself a bit here. I was actually at that World's Fair as a kid in 1964. And yes, I was 13. And I guess you could go to Wikipedia and find out how old I am, right? But ever since then, It's a Small World has held a special place in my heart. Now today, we're especially honored to be joined by 2 of Richard's children, Greg and Vicky, and 4 of his grandkids. So how about a special applause? Before we start the show, I want to leave you with that special moment that I shared with Richard last year. He'd be so happy to know that even as he approached the end of his life, he was still creating magic that brings joy to all of you, the biggest Disney fans in the world. So take a look.
It's a world of laughter, a world of tears. It's a world of hopes and a world of fears. There's so much that we share, and it's time where it's a small world after all. There is just one moon and one golden sun, and a smile means friendship to everyone. Though the mountains divide and the oceans are wide, it's a small world after all. Mother Earth unites us in heart and mind, and the love we give makes us humankind. Through our vast wondrous land, when we stand hand in hand, it's a small world after all.
Fantastic. Indubitably.
So, when the cat is on the top, there's no need more to say. Just summon up this word and you've got a lot to say. Be sure to use it carefully, or it may take your life. For example. Yes.
To be girls, and life may girls be wife.
She's supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Standing next to Richard, we're going to show that, was, There he is. Look at that. That's so beautiful. I was just overwhelmed with this deep sense of awe, this deep sense of gratitude. I could feel that I was in the presence of a living legend and an international treasure. A man whose songs remind us that the importance of resilience, human connection, and the endearing beauty of this small world.
Thank you, sir, and thank all of you. Please take your seats on the panel.
To the land of imagination, there's a wondrous magical door. No one knows where the door is hidden, yet we've all been there before. For within every heart lies a secret that reveals a mystery. And the secret is this: just a gentle kiss is the key. A kiss goodnight is the doorway to dreamland. A kiss goodnight is where memories begin.
Because we know all the things it has to fulfill and do, and we go out of that first meeting into a euphoric state where we get together. And I think what we're going to hear right now are some of the ones that absolutely take us all there, both emotionally and musically.
Oh, let's take a listen.
Yeah.
Wait! We forgot to wake up the Glee Club. In the diggy room.
From Hollywood, surround us everywhere.
There's a dream and that's the start. He follows his dream with mind and heart. Just a dream away.
All inspiration is all creation.
Look at the birdie.
I think all that work is it takes us all back in time, but it was so great.
But I just storyboarded a sequence in the Jungle Book. This was summer of 1966.
Yeah.
Walt was sort of satisfied with it, but he said, we need a song. And I said, we don't have a song, and Walt said, don't worry, I'll have the Sherman Brothers write a song for you. Would you believe that before the week was out, we had a song? Really? Before the week was out, we had the song Trust in Me, written by Robert and Richard Sherman.
So cool.
And I want to tell you that working with Richard and Robert Sherman was a sheer joy. It wasn't a job, it wasn't work, it was just pure pleasure. And I feel that I'm such a lucky guy to have been at the Disney studio at that incredible time, to be able to work with Walt, to be able to work with Richard, and to be able to, and then eventually share this with the world.
Okay, anyone out there in the front row, you might have, if you look on your seat, see if you have a banana that makes noise. Bob? Is he smiling? Grab it, like Oprah, you get a banana. Okay, good. We're going to do a little rhythm here, we're going to play a song. What I love also so much about the Sherman Brothers music is there's always sort of a deeper meaning underneath the surface. I love how this next song explores aspirations and belongings. And while we may admire qualities in others, it's important to treasure our own unique attributes. Can you guess what song it is?
I want to be like you.
Hint? No. There you go, Jungle Book. Now let's get those shakers going. We'll get a little rhythm going. Maybe we'll get this next guy out to sing the song. So give it all right. Boys out. You guys gonna sing? And I have to look at Chris to sing it because they're texting me about 15 times a day saying I want to be just like you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up my good buddy, singer-songwriter, Derek Chris.
And he just
a muppy's uncle, and the muppy's uncle's ate for me.
Princess Lucky and Lucky Jumpy. Chim Jiminy, Chim Jiminy, Chim Chim Chim. Good luck to Bob when I try to.
Enjoy!
No, enjoy.
Oh, each moment is a treasure. Enjoy!
That's better, enjoy.
Please welcome to the stage Haley Mills and Leslie Ann Warren.
Yes, you both stood up me. Lady, you are stunning all day. Don't even start with me, right? Can we get one more time? Because really... Would you guys be willing to do just maybe Haley a couple of bars? Let's get together.
You mean you're acting me to act like a singer again?
Yes, that is what I'm doing. Yeah,
Well-
I'm acting like her twin. Okay.
No, I've always avoided it. I've avoided it for years and years and years. And it's a long time since I've done any singing. Besides, to be perfectly honest, I could only possibly do it if I had, if I had my twin to sing with.
I have good news for you, my friend.
Leslie. Leslie, please. Go on. Oh, go on. I mean, you sing so much better than I do. I mean, you were in actual musicals, and I was just in movies with songs. Go on.
All right. This is for Richard.
Please welcome Greg Sherman to share his dad's 1,000-watt smile with us all. Ladies and gentlemen, Greg Sherman.
Wow. Dad would have loved it. What a spectacular tribute. All these beautiful testimonials and legendary performers. My father was a phenomenally talented songwriting genius. I think that's pretty obvious. But I must tell you, as his only son, I want you all to know, Richard Sherman, the man, was even more amazing. So I want to say a few thank yous. First of all, to the Walt Disney Company for making that beautiful short film, The Last Verse. Yeah. And as you all saw my dad tell Bob Iger, Disney was family to him. So to all of you here who provided my father with your boundless joy whenever he appeared everywhere, Disneyland, Disney Cruises, or right here at D23, he felt your love and he poured your positivity into everything he did. So thank you, Disney faithful, for making my dad's life truly magical. Really. Now, how about our extraordinary host, John Stamos? When you lose your biggest inspiration, something my family and I are experiencing every day. But the Sherman brothers, they found a solution. And to sing the Academy Award-nominated song, The Age of Not Believing, it is my distinct privilege and honor to introduce Richard Sherman's granddaughter, my beautiful niece, Mandy Rose Wolf.
Everywhere for
when Richard was a little boy, his dad made kites from scratch, and the boys would fly them. So let's give our pal Richard a proper Sherman family salute with a rousing sing-along so loud, so swaying, and so boisterous that Richard and Robert can hear it high above the kites. We ready? All right. We have words? Who's gonna start? Okay.
With tuppence for paper and strings, you can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight. With your fist holding tight to the string of your
Well, that was an excellent presentation. Everybody was crying by the end of it, honestly. I didn't realize that Richard Sherman actually passed away this year, so all of his family was here, and it sort of turned into a celebratory but memorial for him and all of these people coming out. And they did allow video recording in this one, so I'm happy that I got to share some of that with you. But it was fantastic, and everybody just had such wonderful stories to share and all of the history. And even if you didn't know who he was, this certainly would introduce you to even younger generations that weren't aware. But what talented artists him and his brother were, and so many people in his family and just in his life that got to know him. And it's nice when you hear about someone who was so talented, who was also a great person. So I'm so much more thankful now that I got into this one and I had a reservation to get to see it, and wonderful seats. We were up nice and close to get to see it. So very thankful. This was an excellent one. And the piano playing right now, they talked about that Richard Sherman used a piano in the studio that would play it back for him when he would work on things so that he could hear it. And so basically it records what they were doing. So this is technically him playing. So very nice touch that they added to it. Okay, well, I had a fantastic weekend here at D23 2024. It was awesome. We did so much on the show floor. There were so many great experiences. Every panel we went into, we enjoyed, even though we didn't do a lot of them. I enjoyed everyone. And the Jolly Holiday, by far, that tribute to Richard Sherman was just amazing and made the weekend, and I'm super glad that I got into that. Those are the kind of panels and experiences that I really look forward to when we come to D23, because it's stuff that you just can't get anywhere else. You know, you get to find out new things that are coming to the parks and everything, but it's fun to get to celebrate the artists and the people behind making all of the magic. So I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed and were entertained and got to come along with me, especially if you didn't get to come out yourself and you got to experience it a little bit. So if you would consider it, subscribe to my channel so you can see more. I like to travel and just be positive and share something happy with whatever's going on happy in my life. I like to be able to share with you different places that I'm going and things that I'm doing so that maybe you can find some joy in that too. Thanks for buzzing by.